Hello and good day everyone. Today I'm going to be playing a Illaoi deck. I was looking at the new set of cards and I saw the Eye of God card and it kind of inspired me to make a Illaoi with Vayne deck. The Vayne Tumble card and Cataclysm both work incredibly well with Illaoi, and I believe this Eye of God card can actually be pretty good because if you put it on the tentacle itself, every time the tentacle attacks it gets +2/+2, which is pretty decent. So we're going to try this deck out, see if it works. The cards I'm going to include are the Fleet Feather Tracker, which is the good early control card, allows you to pick off some of your opponent's units, and also easy to equip, to make it a little bit stronger, to give it a little bit more reach. The Watchful Idol, I don't think I need to comment on this. This is just one of the strongest cards to get early spawns in. Then we play the Eye of God, which is one of the weapons that we're going to play with the Vayne combination. Petrified Broadwing, also an early control card, allows you to make favorable trades and also a strong blocker in the early turns. Darken Aegis is just a strong weapon. It's proven its worth in many of the Vayne decks, and it's going to do that as well in this deck. Then the Cataclysm, this is very strong if you combine it with Illaoi. Because you can have a normal attack and then get another free attack, and she will get double the tentacles at power, making her very big. Also strong with another card that I'll mention later on that has Scout, so we can actually get a rally effect on. Disease Voice to give your tentacle overwhelm, obvious include. Then Vayne, of course, in this deck. Playing 3 copies of Combat Cook, so we can have additional weapons, because I also chose to put in the Blood-Cursed Harpy, which is the scout unit I was referring to when I talked about Cataclysm. So this just allows us to get more weapons, give them to our minions, or to give it to our Blood-Cursed Harpy to finish the game. Then, of course, 3 copies of Illaoi. Yeah, that's the main thing of the deck. I really liked the Illaoi meta that we had like a half a year back. She was a little too strong back then, especially when combined with Bard. I did like her a lot with Lux, so this is a little bit reminiscent of that time, although now we're going to play a little bit more on the weapon side instead of the spell side. Then we have the Eye of Nagaburos. This is just one of the strongest cards in Bilgewater. Just spawning 2 and drawing 2 is generally strong in a lot of decks, but especially if you're playing an Illaoi deck. Then Blood-Cursed Harpy, we already talked a little bit about this card. It's a very strong card. You can use this with the Tumble or the Cataclysm to gain a attack token, allowing you to get more attacks in. And since we're already playing 9 weapons or weapon generators, it also allows us to fulfill the effect pretty easily. Then 3 copies of Riptide Sermon, just dealing free and spawning free is just generally strong. It's a little bit like the 5 mana Piltover and Zon card that gets stronger every time you play a free cost card. I can't come up with the name. The 1 damage to the enemy nexus usually doesn't do that much for us, but just dealing free and spawning free using your spell mana can be strong. And then 1 copies of Champion Strength. Sometimes you can just use this to finish a game when your opponent least expects it. Only playing 1 of this because I don't think you often have a very wide board that you want to play multiple copies of this, but just the 1 to sometimes catch your opponent off guard and finish a game. So that's the deck. We're going to play some games and see how we do. Alright, it's a Bard Kayle deck. Let's see how we do. Well, that's an obvious keep. I'm thinking of keeping Illaoi. The Disease Voice I'm not too sure about. But since we have the Idol, I will keep it. The Idol is actually very strong in this deck, because if you have Idol on 1, you can actually play the Eye of God on the Tentacle on turn 2. And if I were to have that now, it would attack as a 3/3 already. On turn 2, which is pretty decent. And then it even grows up to a 5/5 with the Idol. And then on turn 4 you could attack for a 7/7. I'm just going to attack with the 1/1 because I'd like this gone and maybe he'll take the trade, although I don't really think he will. Just getting 1 damage in is fine. Putting up the other idol. He does have both Bird and Esmus. That's nice for him. We have 2 idols. That's also good for us. So we'll see. And we have a tech token on 4 with Illaoi, which is also nice. This turn we could play the Caesar's Voice and then Illaoi after that. Will be good. We're not going to block this because our tentacle is worth more than this. And it will turn to a 5-5 next turn, and then we can attack with it for a 7-7. Which will level Illaoi if my opponent doesn't do anything about it. Because this will be 7-7, so this will be 8, and 8 and 7 is 15. I mean, we're going to have to do it anyway. He will kill Illaoi, but you know, that's just what it is. At least our tentacle will grow to 7, and he will lose his minion, and quite some health as well. Now we have an 8-8 that we can, because this still lives, it will still get the overwhelm. Ooh, we can actually put Eye of God on it. Might also go for a Cataclysm, although I think that's better for next turn when I actually can give this overwhelm. Let's see what he does first. Maybe we just equip both weapons, put Aegis on the Sea's Voice and the Eye of God on the tentacle. He's going to play Bard, which is 4-7. Will turn to 5-8 now then. Yes. And that's all his mana done, so that's fine. So Eye of God on the tentacle. I mean, if I block this, is there any way he survives next turn? I can't think of a way. I mean, Hush will make this a 1-1. But except for that, I can't think of anything else. We're just going to do what we already thought of doing. Just open attack here. Illaoi is tempting. But then we give our opponent the chance to play Sunburst on the tentacle. And that would leave our turn very lacking. And I don't think there's anything he can do about this except Hush. And I'm not sure if they actually play Hush. Cosmic Binding. Alright, that's decent. We still get rid of Bard and we can still pick Cataclysm after this to win the game. Because it still has the overwhelm. And that's game 1. A Fiora deck. And it's solo Fiora with Freljord as well. Alright. Time to get rid of our weak things. I'm willing to play Idol though, because then I can play Eye of God on turn 2, attack with the tentacle, and the tentacle will be big, and the Idol will be gone by the time he can play. He can put Fiora down. Make it big. Ooh. Yeah. Just letting her see an attack will definitely help. Also more damage, because I believe this is a deck that just plays Fiora and then a lot of spells. It's unfortunate Fiora can kill this, but we might, if he plays Fiora, we can put Dark Aegis on this. Make it a little harder on him. We can also use Cataclysm, but then the Divine Shield with free attack spell, that's 4 mana, right? I believe so. There's no single combat things. Could have Frostbite, that would hurt me. You could use Tumble with this. It only cost me 1 more mana. And then it's actually attacking. He needs to buff the attack by 2. Not a lot of cards do that. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, single combat's used. It's fine. I will need to be scared of the other card that I mentioned, the Divine Shield free attack now, but doing this no matter what. And he has it! Amazing. Amazing. Oh, I hate my life. We're just gonna let him attack. If we use Cataclysm, I can't play the Bloodcursed Harpy anymore, and that's... I think playing Bloodcursed Harpy is our way to win. And round. He needs to kill this twice, makes it a good thing for me to attack with, and I still have mana left for Cataclysm if things go bad. I can attack with both, then use Cataclysm on this. Although he does still have Judgment mana left, so we might not want to risk it and just go with this. Still fine. We attack with both. Hopefully he spends everything he has on this next thing, and then we can use Cataclysm to kill it. Oh.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Yeah. And please start again at 1. Cool. We are going to play something. I'm doubting. Could play with Vayne. Oh, he just surrenders. That's fine. It's the Jinx deck without Teemo. Being able to trade early with them is quite nice. If we could add Fleet Feather Tracker or the Idol, that would be nice for turn 1. But otherwise, I think this is pretty okay. Alright. We just attack because if he blocks with this and then attacks into this, I still have a 2-for-1, even though this gives him free flame jumpers, so it's still worth it. We just want to try to make his board not go too wide because we don't have any AoE clears. Alright, that's fine. I mean, he spent his Ranger's Resolve on this. Now, do I go for Vayne or for the Sea's Voice? I'm actually unsure. Getting the Tumble and getting it reduced early is definitely nice. But if I play this now, I have a bigger tentacle for the next turn with Illaoi. Because then it will be 2 attacks, so Illaoi will be 3 instead of 2. And he will be able to play Jinx next turn. So, just so Jinx cannot block Illaoi, fortunate, I'm going to play the Sea's Voice. Next turn, we kind of want to play the Combat Cook so we can get the weapon. Unless we draw a weapon, then we might consider our options and actually play Vayne, but as of now. He's going wide. Next turn, he has 5, so we cannot play the Champion Strength yet.
Do you hear her voice? Do you feel her presence?
He could put the 1-1 in front of the 3-3 and attack it with the 2-1, but I still have another copy for turn 6. We could play both of them, maybe. Doesn't go for it anyway. I mean, he has the Champion Strength in hand, right? That's why he... But it's been... the cost has been upped to 9. Unfortunate. We have Idol though. That's nice. Definitely playing Idol. And then Vayne or Combat Cook. That's the decision. I think Vayne is just too good to pass up on here.
Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
Now, this turn is a little awkward because he can play Champion's Strength now. So I'm not sure if we actually want to attack first or after. I mean, this is 13 damage. It gets Illaoi up to 4. And a tentacle will be 3, which means if I get Cataclysm in, it will turn the tentacle into 4 and turns her into a 9, which even with Champion Strength will give me lethal. So he will need to make trades here. He should put the Petrod Broadwing in front of the tentacle, but maybe he doesn't want to. Oh, no, he will. Definitely will. But now at least he cannot play champion strength this turn. We can maybe still use Illaoi. It's unfortunate Tumble is still free. Otherwise we could use Sermon and Tumble. But, or Sermon and then, yeah. Oh well. Or maybe just Tumble and then Cataclysm on the Illaoi. Maybe that will be enough. Depending on how much he blocks here. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I attack again, she will be 5, but she will level then. And after 5 will be... I will spawn 2, so she will gain 3, so she will be 8. So 5 and 8, it's 13. He will need to block 3 damage, which he can. But it will cost him 2 units. It needs to be blocked more than 3 damage. So the Flame Chompers alone is not gonna be enough. And I also will almost level my... I think this is just the way to go. Also because it will allow me to... like this is the way I can keep his board as small as possible. Because he needs to block it twice, otherwise he dies. And you might not know that at this point. So you might not block here, which would be a mistake. Because now I can use Cataclysm for lethal. Is there a way he can kill itself so the attack doesn't continue? Yeah, but he can do that on all of them. Is there something I'd rather have him use it on? Yeah, the elusive unit. Now it's going to be... Oh, even 9. I was... And then we win. Alright, nice. A deep deck. I haven't seen those in a while. Against deep, I don't really feel a lot for Fleet Feather Tracker because I can only kill the... well, I can kill the 3-2 with lifesteal, but I'm not really afraid of that too much. Oh, maybe I am. Unsure. I'd rather have the 0-3 with... I'm just going to trade it. Alright, we got Illaoi. That's nice. Idol would have been so good in this hand.
Demons walk among us, masquerading as men.
Might as well used it. Might as well used it. I'm thinking about putting Aegis on her and actually attacking. Just to get her level up closer. And then it's gonna be awkward for him to trade into this.
Purge with silver.
'Cause this only deals 1 damage to it.
Yes, it is.
Am I missing something? There's not a real reason for me not to block it, right? Not one that I can think of. Like, if he's gonna use Vengeance, he's gonna use it anyway. It doesn't gonna matter. So yeah, this seems like an Illaoi.
Stand and be tested.
You don't actually want to put the Eye of God on Illaoi, because she will gain power before the Eye of God gets off. So you actually want to put it on something else. So I'm thinking about playing Disease Voice next turn, using Tumble on Disease Voice, equip it with the Eye of God, and then if he doesn't kill this by blocking it or whatever, then I get to attack with it again and spawn for 4. But I will at least spawn for 3 if he can't do anything about that. Why didn't he do this before the block went through? And why is he using it on Vayne? I have a lot of questions here. Maybe he's just underestimating Illaoi, which I maybe actually get. I'm going to put this down at least, and then depending on what he plays now, I'm going to choose what I'm going to use Tumble on. Well, it's not much of a choice now, is there? It's unfortunate because I would have preferred to play the Eye of God on something else, but I mean, I need to do this because it just gives me a lot of stats, and these aren't really worthwhile blockers for him. And I get a lot of stats out of this. It's just one short of leveling Illaoi. Let's see what he does with his 6 mana, but I can't imagine he's gonna have a lot here. That's not a lot.
It is good to hear again the mother second to your voice. Illaoi, it has been too long.
If I just attack with this, I don't see how he really survives here. Especially with the Cataclysm afterwards that I can use. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. And then just attack. There's no reason for me not to. I mean, it's 19 with overwhelm. It's more than he can block. He might have the 1 mana card to get deep, but even then, no, he doesn't. Alright. Jettison, that's the card. Oh, he is actually going to survive. My bad. He gets deep after the second one. But, I mean, Cataclysm. If he has Nautilus though, still won't be enough. It even survives the Nautilus. Yep.